What up? What up? What up, man? Y'all know what it is, man. Stay tuned, man. We back up in here with this what's it called? State Packing podcast, man. Your favorite Green Bay Packers podcast. So, man, Steven, what's up with it, man?
What up? Coming out from Titletown, that chilly. It's a cold, balmy day here in Green Bay,
Man,
Wisconsin.
it's so
We got
cold.
we got that cold chill coming in. Hope the Chiefs can handle it.
Man, Rashad, what's up with it, man?
Man, hey, it's kind of chilly out here. People say, "Oh, it's not. It might not be Wisconsin cold, but it's still cold. I don't care. I'm cold as cold. Damn it.
Cold is cold,
Man,
baby.
for
We
real.
know it.
I'm cold. I'm cold. So yeah, hey, it's kind of
Yeah.
chilly out here too, man. In LA. So
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna recap that Thanksgiving game. So Rashad, what you think about what was your thoughts, your takeaways from that Thanksgiving game?
man, y'all know I've been picking us to lose the last 3 weeks. So I mean, look, hey, they proven me wrong, and I'm glad they
What up,
have.
Dalton?
I just I want to see this team thrive, but they just haven't gave me much confidence these last this last month and a half. But the last month, over the last few weeks, though, they've been playing really well as a unit, as a coaching staff. They've been coaching their asses off, and in particular, Jordan Love has been playing amazing these last couple weeks. So look, I'm excited. I'm glad we went in there, took their money, you know what I'm saying, bullied them at recess and walked off. Okay.
Hell yeah.
That's exactly what we did.
Hell yeah.
So go Pack Go, man. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Steven, what was your thoughts on the game, man?
that was awesome. That game, I mean, everything we've kind of gone against. I mean, the defense looked amazing. Especially with guys, we got guys out, dude. Like if we got everybody healthy and played like that, the goal is endless. You know what I mean? I feel like we could take it to anybody at that point. Now saying that, Jordan Love balled out, and I think a lot of that has to do with we've been calling it every game. Let Jordan Love throw the damn ball.
Right.
Let him air it out. Let him shoot downfield. Yeah, he's gonna miss shots, but if he doesn't miss shots, he's not gonna. Where's he gonna learn from it? So
Right.
that was awesome, and he did. And I mean, the ball placement where he had some of those balls, dude. He's it. He's him, bro. He's him. What up, Ron?
Yeah. What's up, Ron? And is that Dalton
Czar?
Star? Yeah, man. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, man. Y'all already know what I thought about the game,
Drink,
man.
sorry.
Y'all know I thought it, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
man, get them trash lines up out of here. So we'll go into this Chiefs game, man. What's y'all predictions or what y'all thoughts about the Chiefs going into the Chiefs? It's at Lambeau, chilly Lambeau. It ain't the frozen tundra quite yet, but
Right.
Steven, what's the weather and you know what I'm saying? What's it looking like out there?
So weather's predicted. It's supposed to be like a frozen rain almost. Even a little snow, kind of slushy out there. The field's going to be a tough task for them. We've heard that complaint. A lot of the Chargers players were talking about the field being kind of hard to play on, which was weird because that day was gorgeous when we were there. So I don't know, but it's going to be a cold Sunday night in Green Bay if this weather keeps where it's at. We got 17 degrees the other day, and that wind chill is cold. So yeah, but I don't know. It could warm up a little bit, but I don't think it will, and it's gonna it's gonna snow that game. But my prediction is I think it'll be close. I think it'll be close. I don't know if we're pulling off the dub in this one. I'm gonna be honest with it. I think it's hard to say. I don't know if we're pulling it off. I think Kelsey's gonna have a big game. Unfortunately, you know what I mean? Because Preston Smith has been lining up against tight ends a little more frequent and
Dang, it's our
linebackers.
Super Bowl? Come on, man. Ain't our Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think it'd be a close game.
No, I don't think it's our Super Bowl, but I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to tell, well, all the games from now on is going to be, you know what I'm saying, to me, going to be
winner.
good games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Drop
And
out.
I was just telling Steven, like, I want to see how Jordan Love plays in that cold. We haven't really seen him play in that cold weather like that.
Mhm.
So hey, it's time for him to, you know what I'm saying, put out them big boy. This is what Lambeau's all about. And yeah, man, hopefully we win. I ain't saying we're going to win. Like, I'm just taking it week to week, like I've been saying the last couple of games, except for I've been calling that Thanksgiving game. But hey, we could beat them boys. Like, it's not the same Chiefs team. in the past. Like Kelsey. Mahomes is still the best quarterback in the league.
Absolutely.
But that team the defense is carrying that team now. It's not really the offense anymore. So
it's true.
I mean, we got a chance. That's all I'm saying. Like right now, we got a chance. He said Green Bay need to run the ball. Hey, hopefully,
they're trying.
Dylan, you know what I'm saying? In that cold weather, Dylan put a hat on one of them boys, man. And Czar said he got us winning. So what you got, Rashad?
I don't know, man. I got us losing. Okay,
I know.
I'm picking the Chiefs to beat us. I think it'll be close, but I don't see us beating the defending champs. I'm gonna give the Chiefs that respect.
Man, forget the Chiefs.
Right. Right. Now, do we have a shot? Of course we got a shot. Come on now. Like any given Sunday, it's a week-to-week league, as we know, right?
Yep.
Definitely got a shot. But you know how I feel, man. I've been saying it all year. I just want to see the progression of love continue to get better with each and every game. And I just want to see this team continue to get better. But I'm still picking the Chiefs this weekend. Maybe I'll be wrong again. I hope I'm wrong again, like I've been wrong these last couple weeks. I really hope so. Yeah, I mean, we got a shot. But I will say this. If we beat the Chiefs, watch the fuck out. That's all I gotta say. If we beat,
they catch that fire.
Watch out, because I believe, and I told Josh this, and I'm telling you this too, Steven. If we beat the Chiefs and went out, we're gonna beat somebody in the playoffs we're not supposed to beat.
I agree 100%.
Smack them Niners. That's all I'm knowing.
Yeah, that's what I want, dude. That's what I want.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a top-seeded team. We're going to get in the playoffs and beat someone we're not supposed to beat.
Oh, I'd love if it was the Niners, too.
That's all I'm saying. If we beat the Chiefs.
What up, Dennis?
What up, Dennis?
That's all I don't think we will, but if we
own
do,
the Cowboys.
Man.
But, I mean, Mahomes is not having a Mahomes-type year. But they said he's 34th in long ball, because we all complain about Jordan's long ball. He's worse than Jordan Love. He's 30. It's 32 quarterbacks in the or starting quarterbacks in the league, and they say he's 34th. So hey, that's real.
Yeah, you guys see MVS, dude? He drops every long ball, bro.
He went south quick. He won that ring, and then his hands went back to butter, man.
Dude, he was like that with Green Bay too, bro.
You know, I'm a big bro. You know, I was a big MVS fan, and I still pull for the kid.
I do too.
He's been inconsistent at best this year. It's not good, man. They paid him a boatload of money too. So
yeah.
He said Love and Dobbs ain't no Dak and Lamb. Nah, it's not even close right now. So hopefully we could get past them. But that offense is Kelsey or bust for that team. So but like our luck would be like MVS probably a ball out. You know what I mean? It's just like out of all teams he played against, he wanted to show out against the Niners. I already know he wanted to give it to us.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So he said MVS is like Nelson Aguilar for dropping balls. Hey, hopefully he keep it going, man.
Right.
Yeah. I definitely don't want to see it. He said MVS is the highest paid receiver in KC.
I know.
Hey, he is though, because I mean we all clown Juju, but they lost their way. They receivers. Tony is dropping balls. He ain't nowhere to be found.
No.
And Juju, was like average at best. He's terrible too. Like,
like he was there. You say you want to see more, he want to see more Rice. Sky Moore ain't took that step either, though. I know, you know what I'm saying, people were high on Sky Moore.
Yeah, he hasn't really taken much either. And Dalton, I want to say you mentioned the Swifts. Here in Green Bay, we all about Simone, baby. That's who we got. We got the real one there. We got the real one, bro.
For sure. And yeah, you guys are right about Sky Moore. You know, I was high on Sky Moore. I love Sky Moore coming out of college in the draft, but we end up taking Watt. But Sky Moore hasn't really, he's been inconsistent as well.
Excuse me.
So, I mean, that's shocking to me with a playing offense. I thought Sky Moore would just thrive, but he hasn't really been good at all.
No, and I feel like he's one of those guys that just has, like, you watch the Super Bowl and he kind of came alive a little bit there, and Sky Moore, and then I felt like he was going to progress into this year, but he might be one of those guys that just has a sneaky good game. Like, you remember when Packers were in the playoffs and we played the Patriots and Scotty Miller came alive,
Right.
like one of those guys that just might
Right.
have a sneaky good game here or there,
Hopefully Jair come back and I'm saying shut one of the sides down because
Right.
Valentine's been good. So
yeah.
and it's the safeties, the secondary's actually been playing good. He said that the city of Milwaukee will always be known for Mr. 3000. Rest in peace, Bernie.
Yep. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, and he
Great
also said
movie.
y'all highlight will always be Freeman and Don Beebe.
Yeah, Antonio Freeman, John Beebe.
What up, Sean? So man, it was a tweet that came out. I saw it yesterday, and it said about Jordan Love's future contracts. It says his contract could be between 40 million and 50 million because in 2008 they made Rodgers the fifth highest paid quarterback, and then both Love and Rodgers had similar numbers. Rashad, I know you was trying to get into it earlier, so what's your thoughts about this?
I mean, it's what the market dictates. Like I said, like I'm not mad at it. It's what the market dictates. If people looking at, the Daniel Jones excuse, this kid is not Daniel Jones. He's nowhere near it.
No.
Head above shoulders, way better than Daniel Jones ever was in his career so far. So, I mean, so if you want to piggyback, the haters want to say that, the Roger fanboys and stands want to say that, to debate what Love is going to possibly in a contract negotiation. I mean, stop. So it's what the market dictates. Rodgers got what he got in 2008. That was a big deal. It's gonna be a big deal when Love signs his deal. And the crazy thing is, when Rodgers signed his deal, like 2-3 years after that, probably like 2 years after that, that was a bargain for Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, because it's what the market dictates. And I think 2 years from now, 3 years from now, that's gonna probably be pretty much a bargain for Jordan Love. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just believe, you guys know, I believed in Jordan Love since the day we drafted the kid. I believed in him. I'm gonna continue to ride with the kid through his ups and downs, no matter what, because we've all seen this process play out over 30 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna trust the GM. I'm gonna trust the front office that they got this right.
And before Stephen, Buck said, can Jordan Love play good against another good defense? He says only if Packers create turnovers they'll have a chance to keep it close. And Ian on this topic said, considering that Burrow is making 65 next year and Herbert's getting 60 million, Love getting a 40 is nothing in the grand scheme of things. But the thing is, well, I've seen is because if we pay him, say between 45 million, like who else are we going to have money to pay other positions, like keeping Jair or keeping, what I'm saying, these upcoming stars that, I mean, I ain't gonna say stars, our upcoming players are trying to get free agents. You know what I'm saying? By again paying our quarterback all this money. That's what a lot of fans are talking about. We're gonna be in the same position where we paying our quarterback all this money and then we can't be able to sign free agents or, you know what I'm saying, signing some of the players that we got now. So Steven, what you think about that?
Yeah, I agree. I think Jordan Love needs to get paid though. He's what we're building this team around. Everybody's rallying behind him. He's playing lights out for a first year quarterback, I think. I mean, he's had his rough games, but I feel like that was due to coaching.
Geno Smith money? Geno robbed him, boys. Looking like.
Sorry. And I really think that and all that. But, yeah, dude, my dog, bro. But yeah, I really think in it, like, he needs to get paid. Pay the man. You know what I mean? This is who we're going with. This is our future. This is make him happy, and I think he's going to have a huge turnaround season and even get better next year. Just because the pressure's kind of off. They know who he is. You know what I mean? Now it's just time to shine. But I do see that down the field. I mean, we have to, like, where are we at with Rodgers' contract? I mean, are we still paying that next year?
Yeah. We're in the last year of that deal. So that cap hit is 40 million this year. That's why we were pretty much had our hands tied behind our backs this year, because we couldn't do anything financially as far as going to get free agents, because we took his 40 million cap hit, $40 million cap hit this year. So he comes off the books after this year, and that frees up 60 million.
Oh,
so
wow. Gotcha.
top 5 in cap space next year, going into next year. So that's a big deal. And people say about the Love contract, oh, we won't be able to sign. Jair's already signed. He signed 2 years ago. Elton Jenkins is signed. John Gary is signed.
Sean Gary's there, yeah.
You have to sign your pillars in your franchise that the guys that's gonna move this franchise forward. And Love is the number one pillar. Okay. Yeah. So once we get him done, I don't think it's gonna hurt us as much as people think. And
no, I don't think so.
I think what our receiving core right now is like they're making like 1.7 million total.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, look, we're gonna have a ton of money once Bakhtiari contracts comes off the books after his next. We're gonna free up a lot of money, man. So I'm not worried about that at all.
And I think this year was a year to see what Love was gonna do.
Right.
I don't think they wanted to make any big splashes, any big moves. I mean, they even let Rasul go. Like, I think they were just kind of watching to see what Love is gonna be and if he's gonna be the future. And then I think that's when now they know, and he will be. And I think they'll surround the team. Then they'll start going out and getting people when all that clears up and making runs.
But I mean, I will say this, y'all. Like, they better get that deal done sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
Prices are only going up. Like Fat Joe say, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yep.
So the price is only going up, and especially as he continues to put these legit games together and continues to stack success. So
yeah, and you'll start seeing teams sign their quarterbacks, their young quarterbacks, and that's teams that, like, look at the Giants, man, with Daniel Jones. Like, that kind of set off people to get paid higher than him. They knew they were better than him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I agree. I think they need to make the deal sooner than later.
Yeah, and two people, and I'm like one of them. I don't think because somebody said that he hasn't earned it yet. I mean, like, none of these quarterbacks, I ain't gonna say none of them have, but they usually always go off potential though. Anyway, like Herbert hasn't done anything really to earn that contract. He has a great talent. You know what I'm saying? Love hasn't done anything that earned, you know what I'm saying, 40 or 50 million, but we going off potential, and that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? You hoping that he's gonna be the guy. So, I mean, you have to. Yeah, Dak hasn't earned anything, so he's stealing money right now. You know what I'm saying? He looks good in the season. Then, hey, if you want to go by the season, he's earned it though. But I mean, at the end of the day, we go off potential a lot with these players in all sports. Like I said, Jordan Love, he ain't played the full season, so my man is in the building. How has Dak earned it though? Dak hasn't earned anything, man. What up, Dre?
What's good, family? What's up?
What's up, man?
What's going on?
So, this is Andre the Torch, you know what I'm saying? Rise up in the building. So, what you think about Jordan Love's contract, Dre? Because they said he could get between 40 million and 50 million. Because back in 08, they made Rodgers the 5th highest paid quarterback with similar numbers that Love has right now.
I mean, I just think that's the market. I mean, is he a quarterback that's worth 40 to 50 million? I mean, if you pay Daniel Jones 40 to 50 million, I mean, I think Jordan Love is better than he is. So, I mean, I'm not upset with that whatsoever. In fact, I'm actually very happy. I think a lot of, and not to prolong the conversation or the question, but I think a lot of people get too excited on seeing people's failure.
Oh, big time.
What I've seen Jordan Love doing in the short time that he's been a starter is nothing but exceptional. I think a lot of people thought that it would take 3-4 years to get him developed, even after sitting 3 years behind Rodgers or whatever the case may be, to get him to be NFL ready or good enough for this team to go somewhere. And I actually think that they've cut that lifespan or that progress or that perception of progress in half. I think he's done it in less than a season. And I think next year they'll be perfectly fine, the Green Bay Packers. So
Yeah.
if you pay him $40 million, I think that's cool. You got a lot of people that's still on rookie deals. So, I mean, the quarterback is the captain of your team. And if he's good enough and you feel that he's good enough to get them to a level that they need to be at, then pay that man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I agree.
I agree. That well said, Dre.
Yep.
Like perfectly said, bro. Perfectly said. And I take it a step further real quick. If Love gets us to the playoffs, that'll be something Favre and Rodgers didn't do in their first year starting. Just saying.
Yeah. It's true.
Just saying.
Very true.
So
the fact that we even talking playoffs is crazy to me.
Yes.
Nobody thought the Packers would be playoff bound.
No, everybody thought Packers would tank.
Just saying though.
And with being the youngest team in the NFL too.
That's what I was about to say, man. We so young,
like,
man.
I mean, you look at our team and we should not be winning games. But they're good. They did it great at the draft. They got Jordan Love's playing, like you said, lights out. Jordan Love's playing phenomenal. And I love seeing it because especially with all the pressure he had coming into this season. Like you think and how panicky Green Bay fans are with a quarterback. You know, it's one couple bad games and he comes out and everybody's
so wishy-washy, man.
Yeah, they're hitting the panic button and it's like, no, like let this man develop a little bit. He looks great.
All right, because I think Buck is the one that talked about our defense. So, you know what I'm saying? Joe Barry's always a hot topic. So what y'all think about Dre? What you think about Jordan Love's Joe Barry's future? He got us top 10. You know what I mean? So I still want him gone, even though we top 10, but it's hard to knock him right now. Say what? Go ahead, Rashad.
I don't know. He breaking up. I don't know. I just want to give. I just want to give Joe.
Apologies. I cut my phone. I cut my car off. I didn't hear the question.
No, go ahead.
Joe Barry. What you think about Joe Barry's future? Even though he got us like top 10, our defense playing in the top 10. Dre. All right, go ahead, Rashad. We get about.
Basically, I just we got to give Joe Barry his flowers, bro. I'm sorry. These last couple weeks, he's been playing lights out. We're top 10 in scoring defense, which is amazing. I don't think we've given up over 25 points in like the last 8 weeks, which is nuts. So. I mean, you got to give Joe Barry his credit. You guys know I'm not a fan of Joe Barry at all, but hey, man, he's balling. He's balling, man. He's balling on that side of the ball, and there's nothing we can't say he's not because he is. So I just hope he keeps it up and continues to get better. And regardless, I thought at the end of the year he would be canned, but nah, if he keep this up. No matter what, he's not getting canned after this year. He will be there next year.
I hope not. But he said they missed on Dalton Kincaid and Jordan Addison in the draft. Defense is good. Defense is good on Packers' experience and system still in place. Yeah, I just seen this too much, you know what I'm saying, with Barry. You know what I'm saying? We look good. And then, you know what I'm saying, we think we get teased a little bit, you know what I mean? Especially in that San Francisco. It's like, man, we play with this. Be cool, and then, you know what I'm saying, we fizzle out, and it's like, man, why is Joe Barry? I'm just done with the Joe Barry experiment, man. Like, we playing good, though, but I think he's just inconsistent. They show Joe Barry on TV more than they show any coaches on TV. Yeah. But, yeah, man, I just can't I don't want Joe Barry anymore, even though he has us in the playoffs. What you got, Dalton? Steven.
Honestly, for me, it's I agree with you, Josh. I agree with you on that because he's too inconsistent. We've seen this year after year where his defense does have good games and he plays a good scheme, but then we just see like it's almost like it's a chance of luck that we get like some good games in there because we've seen it last year plenty of times where we'd have a great defensive game. We're like, wow, this defense looking good. It's going to step up. And then we come out to another team that we should beat and get rocked on defense. I'm tired of the inconsistency as well. I think there's a lot of better defensive coordinators out there that are chomping at the bit to come after this job. And because with the players they have, and I think we could do better. I think we let him ride out this season, and I think before the end of the season, we're gonna see Joe Barry's failure come back again.
Yeah, I just think too. Like Rashawn Gary's going to play great no matter what, no matter who's the defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? I just think these individual, you know what I'm saying, we got some key pieces that's going to make some game time plays, some game changing plays. But Joe Barry does call the plays, and I mean it's a blessing and a curse at the same time. It's like, okay, we picking up some steam, but then like I said, we've seen this before. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm just done with it. Like I was Matt LaFleur, like he has another year or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he's picking up. I was almost done with Matt LaFleur too. You know what I mean? He said if I became a Packers fan, can I be down? I want to have two teams like the other cats. Oh man. If Dre would have saw that, you know, he'd have went off.
Yeah. I mean, I disagree with Buck with they missed on Kincaid and Addison. That's cap.
Musgrave.
Kraft is legit. Now Kincaid is having an up and down year. Jordan Addison where was he in on Monday night? Couldn't find bro.
Yeah, he's kind of been missing.
Couldn't find bro the last couple games. So I disagree with that. I take Reed over Addison. So
by far, 100%.
Yeah, I disagree with that. People always love to put certain players, you know, to peg certain players towards Green Bay, and it's like that's not how we operate. We've gotten it right for 30 years. We're gonna continue to get it right. So because that front office knows what they're doing. So yeah, I disagree.
He said offense put defense on blast. What offense put defense on blast, but offense is moving. Czar said, I agree about Kincaid, but not the others. Reed may end up being your number one over Dobbs. Hey,
I think he's going there.
I don't care who's the number one as long as they productive. I'm a Dobbs fan, a Reed fan, you know what I'm saying? Whoever, Watson, as long as they productive, I'm a fan of it. If they start falling off, like we came into the season giving Watson all the, you know what I'm saying, the praise and stuff like that because of what he did last season. Then he started acting crazy, you know what I'm saying, couldn't do nothing. And then we started criticizing him. But now he's, you know what I'm saying, he took that and now he's doing better the last two games. So
yeah,
I'm good with it. You know what I mean? Like people, like we know some people hate on Dobbs and Watson, you know what I'm saying, just to big up Reed and stuff like that. But as long as they produce it, man, I'm good with all of it.
Yeah, me too. That's how Dobbs
we don't want no Gallup.
Dobbs leads the team in touchdowns, so I could care less.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So I mean, he said, "Love to Romeo." That's a great, man. Right now, Romeo, he's not the most talented receiver we have, and he probably won't be the number one in a couple years. But as of right now, he's been the most consistent, especially in the red zone. You know what I mean? But I mean, as long as he's consistent, he reminds me of a slower Donald Driver. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't got that breakaway speed. He's not shifty like Driver though, but he has a knack for making those key plays. So, but I'm good with our young receiver core. I just hope Musgrave gets healthy. You know what I'm saying, comes back. And,
I do too. Man,
Kraft is good too.
But here's the thing, y'all, real quick. These receivers are only in their second year.
You know, and they're good.
Like, dude, we don't know. To me, I judge a player 2 to 3 years out. To me, that third year, I know
my gosh.
Third year. It takes 3 years for me. That's how I grade out players. Adams was up and down his first 2 years until that.
He was trash his second year. He was up and down. He was straight down. Adams was garbage.
Jordy, same. That third year with Jordy Nelson, he took off. He was in because, Jordy was dropping everything. James Jones was dropping.
Oh,
Cobb was dropping shit. And like the only two players that came in, I could truly say right away, and they were legit. Was Jennings and Driver.
Yeah.
Those
Yep.
two players, when they first came in as rookies, they made their mark. They made their stamp right off the bat. So it takes time, man.
It
takes
does. I agree with you on that one too. And I mean, man, the Packers, I know the Steelers are known for getting really good wide receivers as well, but man, they have done phenomenal on getting these young guys in that are playing lights out. Like, and it reminds me of they've kind of followed that scheme a little bit when they brought in Cobb and James Jones and all these guys, you know what I mean?
Right,
And we're
right.
kind of like, and they've developed these guys, and our guys are developing through that too. I mean, you got Reed, you've got Watson, you've got Dobbs, you got, like, and Musgrave is becoming a great. I mean, man, to play a game with a lacerated kidney, you got to be tough as hell, and I like that in a tight end.
Yeah. Rashad had to step away real quick. He'll come back. Quentin Johnson a bust. I mean, it's his first year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he got some butterfingers.
Devontae in that one,
but that's what I'm saying. Like Devontae, like people forget Devontae was trash. Like his first season, he was cool. Then he fell off.
Everything, bro.
Everything
hit his hands. He dropped it. It was so frustrating to watch Devontae.
Yeah, I say nobody's a bust after
to get rid of him, dude.
Right. And he says no one is a bust after their 10 games. But yeah, man, I
agree.
It's just hard. Like people was always clowning. Like I'm speaking for Packer fans. Like it's like I know Rodgers got it. He got it real bad. You know what I'm saying? Rashad said he was even getting death threats. I wasn't against Rodgers. I wanted Jones. I mean, I wanted Favre up out of there.
Yeah, I'm with you. When I saw Rodgers,
Mac Jones is pretty much a bust. I say he's a bust.
Yeah, he's a bust. Yeah, Mayfield too. I will say, when I watched Brett Favre and I watched that game that Aaron Rodgers came in against the Cowboys, it was like, oh, holy shit, this guy's good. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I'm ready to move on from Favre. I was ready to move on. I said, you know what? He's inconsistent. The picks, like, let's see what Rodgers has. When I watched Rodgers leave that Philly game and Jordan Love stepped in and threw like that too, I got chills because I'm like, holy shit, it's like seeing Rodgers come in for Favre. Like it gave me chills, man.
Potential.
I said it gave me chills, dude. When I watched, I said, okay, we can move on from Rodgers now. Let's move on. Let's do it. But
hey, man, Rodgers owned Dallas, so we got to talk about him a little bit. But yeah, like people forget, like for some reason, Green Bay, like they don't get players just right away, just you know what I'm saying, just shine right away.
No,
like for some reason, when we pick our players, it takes time for them to, you know what I mean, to develop. So he said Rashad was right over the management, right over his management. They held on to Rodgers too long. Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
A year two. They should have got off of.
You definitely own Favre.
Yeah, you did.
You know how I feel. They should have got off of him after the Bucs lost. After they lost to the Bucs in the NFC Championship, I would have shipped his ass off then. But hey,
yeah,
it is what it is. But everything happens for a reason. But you guys are right. People gotta understand this is a draft and develop organization.
Yes.
They will always stick to draft and develop.
They always do.
I don't know why.
You're right, Derek.
I don't know why Packer fans always think like these new age Packers. Oh, we're not the line. We're not the Rams, bro. We're not the Bucs.
Everybody on the
We're not the Eagles. I'm sorry. We are draft and develop.
You're right. Absolutely.
It's been like that since 1991.
But people gotta remember though, like we're always competitive, so we always pick like, you know what I'm saying, like late in the first round. We don't get these top 10 players, like, you know what I'm saying, that's some of the best coming out of college. So we pick later in the first round because we was always competitive. So we had to pick players that was kind of like projects or took time to develop. We didn't, you know what I'm saying, because we was always picking like 30th or 20
exactly
in the high 20s.
And I can tell you right now, I can name 2 wide receivers that we brought in and that ended up being good for Andre Rison and
right.
You know what I mean?
We hit on free agency. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like we've never been one to go out and make a splash on signing big names. We've never
Mm-mm.
been that team.
Yeah,
We've
but
always
when we do, we
developed these
hit.
players, and then we've let
Yeah.
good players go. You know what I mean? Like they've developed, and we let them go, and we're like, oh shit, like that probably
Right.
wasn't a good call. Like
Right.
you know what I mean? But yeah, it's we've always been a draft and develop team.
Yeah, he said
And
that's why
that's
he loved
good.
Dungy because he drafted and developed. But that's always been a Packers way. Sometimes it
Yep,
sucks
that's true. Dungy's the
because
same
it
way.
doesn't get us over. We like, man, we need that one piece. Like, but it always kept us competitive. But sometimes we felt like Ted Thompson could have did more because when Ted Thompson signed some free agents like Peppers, man,
Yeah,
like,
that was
we should have
awesome.
won, man. Like me and
I
Rashad
know
talk about it all the time. That Seattle game, man.
that Seattle
Come
game was
on.
bullshit, and we should have went to the Super Bowl that year.
That year, it's just, but that's what I'm saying.
Exactly, Reggie White.
Yeah, Reggie White too.
Reggie White, that was
I
Ron.
guess
Like,
we brought in
Around
guys.
Wolf, man.
when we
What up,
brought
Adam?
agents in,
What up,
they
Adam?
are huge names. They hit. Anytime the Packers bring a free agent in, you best believe it's for a reason, and you best believe they're gonna work out. Gutekunst did the same thing with Preston, Sedarius, Billy Turner, and Amos. All four of those dudes hit. Okay,
Yep.
they all four hit. What happened? Back-to-back NFC, back-to-back number one seeds. NFC championship game in 20. Well, back-to-back NFC championship games, 2019 and 2020. 2021, you had the number one seed in the divisional round. Bro, you got to get it done in the playoffs. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Got to get it done, man. So it's not like we haven't built a Super Bowl contender. We have. We just go about it.
We have. Yep.
Reggie White Super Bowl win was an excellent year. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I take that back. I guess I take it back because I'm talking free agency with wide receivers. We've never been a team like that because like in free agency, the splash. Yes, they have brought in big names on defense.
Yeah, we didn't really need receivers though. Like
Preston
people like, oh,
Zadarius
draft a
Smith,
receiver. We didn't need receivers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and bringing in Preston and Zadarius, like both. I mean, we kept Preston, which glad we did, but over Zadarius because he seems. I don't think he's a locker room guy, but
hey, Steven,
he plays well. But
these.
he seems chipped up. Rank these: Amon Green, Dorsey Levens, and Eddie Lacy. I'd put Amon Green number one. I would put, I would put Dorsey Levens number two and Eddie Lacy three.
Yeah.
Levens is my favorite.
I like Dorsey Levens too. I mean, he was awesome.
Dorsey the horse, that was my guy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But
That,
talent wise, I'm
between him and Eddie
going.
Lacy, that's
He's
tough.
probably wasn't the. He's probably the least talented of these three, but for my rankings, I'm going Levens, Green, and Lacy. You know what I mean? But they always good. But talent wise, Levens he's number three. Talent wise, I'll probably go Amon Green, Lacy, and then Levens. What you got?
Yeah,
Rashad?
Levens did what he had to. Levens was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Same. I got the same order.
Reggie White, yeah. He said Derek also said, look at Patriots versus Packers Super Bowl game. That Packers roster was legit.
And that coaching was legit too.
Man,
the coaches
Lacy was that
on
guy.
That team were ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, Lacy, man, I was a Lacy fan, man, but he just he couldn't get it done.
Let Packer fans know, man, it's been like this under the Ron Wolf built this tree when he first came in and took the Packers job. He came from I want to say he was with the Raiders. I want to say, I could be wrong.
Czar said he had food issues.
Raiders front office.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, we had some of the best screen games with William Henderson. And then, man, when we had William Henderson back there, man, our screen game was legit.
Henderson was awesome.
Derek said, question, was that Desmond Howard's first year in the Super Bowl against the Patriots?
I think so.
I'm not sure.
I don't know
either.
But
he got a question for Rashad. Will USC get Arch Manning?
Probably not. Probably not. But yeah, Ron was with. Yeah, okay. So Ron, I know he was with. So he was, Ron Wolf was with the Raiders as well in that front. Won the Super Bowl in the 80s. But this is he set this structure in place when he got to Green Bay in 90-91. and when he traded a first round pick for a backup quarterback in Brett Favre, Falcons. So it's been like this for 30 years. Ted Thompson was a scout under Ron Wolf, became a GM. Brian Gutekunst was a scout under Ted Thompson, became the GM. It's the same model, same structure that's been in place since 1990-91. So it's not going to change, y'all.
No, because if you're winning, why would you change it?
Exactly.
Like, Packers are known. I mean, that's why I think everybody loves to watch them lose right now. It's because
we was on the top for so long. He said that wishbone y'all used to sit around was crazy. Hey man, like them 90 Packers, man, was something different. It's Brett Favre from SMU,
Mississippi.
He from Mississippi though.
Yeah,
I don't think he's from SMU. But we talk about it all the time as Packer fans, man. The fact that Ron Wolf traded, what you said, a first round pick, was it, for Brett Favre? Like, he'd get crucified right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody knew who Brett Favre was. God. You know what I mean?
A backup quarterback out of Southern Miss. Yeah.
Man, a first round pick, too. Come on. And I don't know, Ron, you watch it, you always get mad at the Falcons. The Falcons didn't even know that Favre was like that. Nobody knew Brett Favre was going to be like that. So you really can't blame Atlanta, because if anybody's going to give you a first round pick for your backup quarterback, who's not going to take that? You know what I mean? Like, hey, Favre was just we developed Favre. Like, we had a great coaching staff too. So back in the day. True. So like, man, like, coaching does matter. You see in Brett Favre, you see in Aaron Rodgers, and hopefully you see in Jordan Love. So like, we always been a draft and develop type of team. Exactly. So it kept us. I think, but Goot, he's willing to go out and get some free agents, and I think that's going to keep us. You know what I'm saying? Because his drafting is probably not as good as the other ones, but his free agency, you know what I'm saying, picks.
He has been good on that, yeah, for sure. And and I think so too. I really think they're waiting.
Culture does matter.
Yep, culture matters for sure. And like, I think that's honestly what they're doing with this. I think this year they're gonna wait it out, see what Jordan Love is, maybe get rid of a couple guys. They weren't buyers in the free agency. We knew they weren't. And even though they said they were, we knew they weren't. They were going to be sellers, and they were going to wait and see what happens with Jordan Love, and that kind of where this team goes, get out from under Rodgers' cap, and then next year come into it with money, with a good quarterback, and make some moves to maybe get us to start pushing towards those, the playoffs, and maybe even be contenders eventually.
Yeah,
I don't know about Bill Belichick, man. He ain't with us, so he might be gone. He said rank Adams, Nelson, Freeman, and Sharp. Dang.
I'd rank Adams as one. I would rank mine would be
Sterling Sharp, right?
Sterling Sharp. Yeah, mine would be Adams. Out of this list, it would be Adams, Nelson, Freeman, and I'd go Adams, Freeman, Nelson, Sharp.
Okay. See, for me, it's Sharp, Adams, Nelson, Freeman.
Sharp.
Yeah, Freeman's the least. Sharp the least talented. He's my favorite, but he's the least talented. Yeah. I go Sharp, Adams. Well, I go Adams, Sharp, Nelson, Freeman. Sharp is probably one of the most disrespected receivers and unappreciated receivers ever.
I agree. I like that list. Adams and Sharp are definitely.
And Czar's going Sharp, Adams, Freeman, and Nelson. Yeah. I think Nelson was better than Freeman. I just like Freeman better.
He was better than Freeman.
Yeah,
Freeman was my guy. He made that catch against the Vikings that one year. When he rolled over, got up, and broke on the boys.
I'll tell you the story about that. I met Antonio Freeman probably about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I went and did an alumni tour through the stadium with Antonio Freeman. And he was saying the reason he caught that ball against Minnesota was the shoulder pads were a little bigger back then.
Right, they were.
And he said they had kind of a break in it right in that shoulder. And so when he caught it, he said he had always been told to play the ball through all the way down. And he said when he felt the ball hit and it stuck in that
shoulder pad?
Yeah, it stuck in his shoulder pad on that side. So he said all I did was grab it and just hang on to it, and that's why. So that's what he said when he was
that's
telling
great
the story. Yeah. He said it was crazy. He said I just felt it fall into my shoulder pad and get stuck in that crease, and I just held on to it.
That's
He said Sharp and Freeman are the go top. Nah, you got to put Adams up there, and it's we got more. It's definitely more better receivers than Antonio Freeman. Antonio Freeman was Favre's guy. You ever see how bad his hands were?
Oh, they were
after catching all those bullets. Yeah, because Favre broke some fingers.
He broke. So Antonio Freeman said, because Hudson asked that question. He said, "Did Favre really break your fingers?" And he said, "Yeah." He's like, Favre broke fingers often. He's like, Favre threw that ball so damn hard. He said that he would remember trying to catch it, and he said eventually he's like, I would go out and just catch balls off the machine and turn it up as high as it could go, just so I could learn how to catch Favre's passes. And he's like, when I caught him, he said, yeah, it broke my fingers a couple times. He said the worst part is when he broke his wrist. He said when he came in, he was a punt returner, and he wasn't even expected to play. And then he dropped a couple balls, and then finally he started running them back, and finally getting there, and then he scored a touchdown. Then he became the wide receiver, right? And he said then he was like the fourth wide receiver on the list. And then he kind of worked his way, and he kept working hard. He's like, I would just catch all the balls when they come in. And then eventually guys were getting hurt, and I finally stepped up, and then I was wide receiver number 1. Well, they said that first year he broke his wrist. And he called his mom, and he's like, because he had 3 choices. He could either take the season off, go get surgery and get a help, get a steel plate put in and recover after a couple months or after a little bit and come back in. Or I can't remember what the other one was. And he said he called his mom, expecting his mom to be like, oh, take time off and get it healed up. And then she goes, you should probably go get that steel plate put in because you're not good enough to miss any time. And so he's like, all right. So he said that was the hardest part in rehab. And he said, you look at these players and it is so hard. He said, I had just gotten a steel plate put in and I'm catching passes from Favre. And he's like, and every pass freaking hurt because it bent your wrist back. And he had to learn how to catch that all over again. And he said that was the hardest part. He's like, it was the most painful, hardest thing I've ever had to go through. And he's like, and it is very up and down rehabbing like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Favre was that guy.
Yeah, he was. He was cool.
I met Freeman.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite player all the time.
Years ago, I met Freeman 13 years ago in LA at the Beverly Center at Louis Vuitton. I used to work security at Louis Vuitton, and Freeman came in. I met him 13 years ago, back in 2010. That shit was crazy. But crazy thing is, talking about that, people have said that about Love. He throws a very hard ball because Jamal Williams, he broke Jamal Williams' fingers. So
holy shit.
Williams was talking about that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy, the parallels, but
it is.
But yeah, man, I'm excited for Sunday, man. We'll see.
Me too.
He said Favre throw was compared to catching a stone brick.
Yeah, especially in that cold. That's why.
Man, that's the worst. It was cold.
Exactly.
And he's Dennis said he liked Javon Walker. I like Javon Walker too. He might be top 10 all time.
Yeah.
I will say my favorite wide receiver was James Jones. I love James Jones.
I like James too, but Freeman was my guy. Just his little, but I like James though. I like James.
Hoodie James. He was cool.
Yeah,
he wore that hoodie too, dude. Yeah, it was good. I love James Jones, man.
Like my favorite quarterback is Favre, favorite running back is Levins, and favorite receiver is Freeman. So they wasn't the best. I mean, you know what I'm saying, talent wise, but they was my favorite because of that catch. I was a Freeman guy the whole way, man. It's Antonio Freeman, man.
Yeah, Freeman was awesome to watch too.
Yeah. So what else anybody's? But yeah, man, shit, we ain't gonna stall. Man, I appreciate y'all watching. Oh, he said he likes Jones. He's a Cowboy fan. Who, Aaron Jones is a Cowboy
fan? He used to be, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, okay, before we go, what y'all think of, you know what I'm saying, what y'all got on Jones' future? Because I asked Andy
Herman.
He got 1
more year, though, right? I think he got 1 more year on that contract.
Next year will be his last year.
Yeah, his last year. I think they might let that year play out. But do need to draft for running back early. We need to draft one early.
I agree.
Not Brady.
James Jones.
and I play they draft Corum from Michigan. That's who I want. The running back from Michigan. I want him. So I hope we draft him. But
That'd be awesome. We get
I
him, bro. That dude's a
85
stud, man.
draft a running back early, bro.
Yeah, that dude's a stud.
Yeah, I
Would you-
don't hear no more, you know what I'm saying, Tank for Caleb stuff no more. So
Yeah, that's gone.
I never bought into that anyway.
no,
Wait,
it was
so-
hot though.
So Rashad, or you guys, both you guys, let me ask you: would you take that running back out of Michigan, or in the first round if he was available, or are you taking the
Oh, you
left
know
tackle
that
first?
is.
I'm taking a left tackle. That he
Gotcha.
go first. He won't go first round.
You don't think he'll go first round?
He'll
No.
be down for 3. So
Okay.
I'm not about that. He won't be a first round pick. I'm
Gotcha.
taking tackle for sure in the first round.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like that's what we need. We need to protect Love. And we
Right.
need to protect. We've always based our guys on good O line, and you see what happens. You could have Aaron Rodgers and have a shit O line, like we'd said
Right.
before, and look what happened to that. So,
Dude, Aaron Rodgers got sacked 50 times when we went 15-1. Like,
Yeah.
our offensive line was horrible back then. You know what I'm saying?
dude.
But we still went 15-1. He said, dude out of Delaware and receiving court is legit. I'm not a.
I do think we need to draft another wideout though. I do. I think you add to that.
You can never have too many weapons. You
I
think we
think
draft one, or you think we go out and get like a
No.
veteran?
draft one.
I think we go get a veteran corner. I think we go get a veteran corner
I
out there.
can see that. I can see that. Or I could see us getting a veteran tackle.
Oh
Or-
yeah, true.
The offensive line. I'd rather have a veteran offensive line
Yep.
than just.
I would.
just
I
develop
agree
one.
100%.
That's all I was
agree
gonna say.
100% with
Get
that.
a veteran
I've
tackle.
been saying that for a minute now.
Or getting us a veteran guard and then drafting a tackle in the first. But I think we need a receive. I think we need another wideout early. I think
Well,
we need.
you know,
You think so?
Yeah.
I think that second round we're gonna have a chance if the Jets keep tanking the way they're
Man.
tanking.
Who you telling? We got 5 picks in the top 50.
I know, like we.
So hey, I'm with it, man. I'm excited, but man, hey, first thing first, we 1 week at a time. We got them Chiefs. We'll see. I hope we talking next Wednesday. We talking about a Packers win. I hope.
Yeah. How does the offensive line of free agency look? I don't know, right? I don't know any free agent offensive lineman right now. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we get somebody good. I mean, but like I said, Sean, what's his name? Sean Ryan. Hopefully we get a good look at him.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's still what, 5 games left? 6 games left. So it looked like Steven was right because it was over under 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's definitely over. So
if you look at if you look at the offensive line free agency next year, you've got Jonah Williams, Mekhi Becton, which I'm sure Jets will re-sign him, Austin Jackson, Tyrone Smith, Trent Brown, Donovan Smith. Some of these guys can't pronounce the name. Josh Jones and George Fant.
Okay.
So a lot of them I don't really know. Jonah Williams is good, of course, but like a lot of them I don't really know. But you look at let's see here, wide receivers: T. Higgins, Mike Evans, Calvin Ridley, Michael Pittman Jr., Marquise Brown, Gabe Davis, Darnell Mooney, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Curtis Samuel, and Tyler Boyd. I could see him bringing in like a Curtis Samuel or something, but
yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, just for some competition, and if it work out, I'm not mad at any type of upgrade. You know what I'm saying? I know we on this youth movement right now, and hopefully our receivers develop. But I'm not mad at if we just bring in some veteran and see what they could do. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, starting quarterback for the New England Patriots, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's Packers all day, baby.
Draft a young wideout again. I'd rather draft one in the first, second round. I don't care.
But since my last name Bailey, I go with Zappy Bailey, or Bailey Zappy, whatever his name is. As long as he got Bailey in the name, I ain't tripping. But yeah, I'm good with getting more weapons, and I like the tight ends. Tight ends is making me, after Kraft came out, you know what I'm saying, and had 2 good games. I'm really excited for this to see what Jordan Love can do with these tight ends, these young tight ends.
For sure.
All right, man. Rashad, what you got to say, man, before we get up out of here?
Hey, man, go Pack, go. Jordan Love era. I've been, like I said, been riding that train since day one. since we drafted a kid, I love to see him succeed. I love seeing him stack success. I just want to see him continue to do that and make the easy things look easy, and eventually make the hard things look easy too. So, go Pack, go, man.
Hell yeah.
Steve O, what you got for us, man?
Everybody stay warm out there, whether you're in LA, Bay Area, or Green Bay, and yeah, thanks for coming on. Love listening to everybody and all the questions and stuff. And yeah, go Pack, go.
Yeah, man. Stay packing, baby. I'll see it down there, man. Stay tuned, stay packing, man. You know how I go. All right, y'all. We up. Out of here.